I gotta say, I'm really happy that my taxpayer money is being used to make the most garbage propaganda ever imaginable. So this is actually posted by the European Commission on their official Twitter account. And what they're saying is that the battle of narratives is going strong. Our countries are a recurring target. Oh my goodness. When we stop victimizing people, we're now victimizing the countries of the European Union. Poor institution. Look how unfair people are to France. It is time to act and tell the stories that make us strong. Let's live our own story. Now, when you scroll down, you actually get a lot of French people expressing their stories, which I'm pretty sure the European Union would say they're Russian bots, because their stories do not properly align to the vibe that the European Union is trying to do. But let's see what the meme is actually trying to say, because it's very interesting, right? So, like, the tinfoil hat. Like, what exactly does the tinfoil hat represent? Because I see the European Union infatuated with it, right? Like, they absolutely love and adore the tinfoil hat whenever they want to criticize their political opponents. So the tinfoil hat is on the idea that the government is possessing a device that can read people's brains. And so in order to believe such a thing, the person needs to lose contact with reality, because you need to assume several things at once. Like, you need to assume that the government already, especially in the 90s, this is when the conspiracy took place, right? So like in the 90s, like, the government possesses so many satellites that are positioned across the nation, and they're also targeting you as the individual in order to figure out what's on your mind. And I guess, like, they also managed to keep this secret in order for it not to leak to the public, or maybe it has leaked and you're one of the few smart ones that knows. But the idea is that the technology should exist, that they have a system to power it, that it's being kept a secret, right? Like, if you're actually analyzing the conspiracy, it starts to become batshit insane, because there's way too many explanations that require to be proven in order for someone to actually believe in that, and to also believe that a tinfoil managed to protect them, right? Like, why isn't the president wearing a tinfoil if that was the case, right? So, like, it's not the problem that it's a person that's open to new interpretation. It's the problem that it's a person that doesn't ask the correct questions. Right? Like, the theory itself, the idea that the government can read your mind, is debunked by asking other questions. Like, okay, if they can read my mind, why do they need to look at my social media? Why are they obsessed with removing internet privacy, right? And so, like, a person that believes in the tinfoil hat conspiracy is a person that's a moron. Like, they do not have an analytical brain. They just take what is being given to them. But now let's look at a person that believes that modern-day Paris isn't the same Paris that his grandparents had. Why is that an irrational thing to believe? I mean, we have access to old footage that's black and white. French people have access to their grandparents, even their parents, even their childhood memories. Now, sure, you know, like, not all Paris looks bad. Like, there are places where it's not in my backyard. And so, like, the people that happen to live at the not in my backyard places, they may generally think, like, what are people complaining about? What are people talking about, right? Like, if I didn't get mugged, if I don't know a person that got mugged, then it means that mugging doesn't happen. But even those people are starting to turn, because TikTok exists, social media exists, you can talk to French people, you can actually look at the streets, you can notice that the taxes are going up, you can notice that buildings are becoming more expensive, you can notice that people aren't fucking, and despite the fact that people aren't fucking, there's less buildings to go around. What's happening with the buildings? Like, are the aliens taking them? Like, how do buildings disappear from the market? Why is no one interested in fixing this problem? Because apparently there should be a lot of empty buildings in France, right? If there's a smaller population, if people have less children, then it doesn't make mathematical sense. And so, if you ask those questions, Well, you're the same like the tinfoil hat guy. It's like, I'm sorry, but no, it doesn't work that way. And this type of conspiracy, this type of propaganda doesn't serve to try and convince people. If you're looking at it through this lens, that the European Union is trying to convince you that Paris is fine compared to what it used to be 10 years ago, and that the trajectory is good, that 10 years in the future, Paris is going to be better than it is now, if things happen the same way, then no, they're not doing that. They're not trying to convince people. What they are trying to do is the same thing that the Soviets did when you had empty supermarkets and the propaganda showed that the supermarkets are bountiful. Like, people knew that the supermarkets weren't bountiful, and yet the communists kept putting it on TV, they kept putting it on posters, that the opposite is the case. And so the question is, why did they do it? Well, two reasons. Number one, people who are considered conspiracy theorists in modern day are the people that need to be censored and suppressed. So this is the concept creep that we're having, right? Like, conspiracy theorist is a dangerous person, a harmful person to society, probably a Russian-influenced individual, if not a Russian themselves, which has to be suppressed by the state, by the European Union, by the Digital Service Act. And so what this propaganda poster is doing is telling you, if you don't shut the fuck up about what we, the European Commission, is doing to your cities, we're going to ruin your social media presence. We're going to make sure that you're censored, that you're canceled, that you're algorithmically suppressed. And this is like the message that you're supposed to receive. It's not that, they can actually go and say, yes, anyone that talks shit about our policies and our cities, we're going to censor them. It sounds bad. You may get another J.D. Vance coming to Europe and he may actually say, hey, what are you doing? But when they're doing this propaganda, they're basically letting you know we're having enough of your shit. Shut the fuck up and let us keep grifting. Let us keep doing our jobs. Like, we in the European Commission, we're making around 10,000 euros a month, and you are inconveniencing us. Shut the fuck up. This is what the propaganda is. It's not basically saying, you actually need to believe that the cities are great. What it does say, though, that, for example, if you work for the European Union as a bureaucrat, if you're profiting from a grift, like maybe you're an NGO activist that's, carrying migrants, or you're a person that's, doing work for the respectable LGBT community of Europe, you're basically told these are the talking points, right? Like, if someone claims differently, you label them a conspiracy theorist, you attack X as the platform, you attack Elon Musk for allowing people to destroy our society. And their society is the grift, is the taxpayer money that's being extracted from the working lad and given to the activist, to the NGO, to the politician, to the journalist. Those people have a society. Those people benefit from the status quo. Like, for them, their lives is genuinely better. It is genuinely improved. They do not live in the diversity, right? And so they're being told these are the talking points that you need to tell others. These are the people you need to shame. This is the company you don't want to keep. And if you want to maintain a respectable job as a middle-class person, well, you're going to pretend that not just the cities are fine, but anyone saying that the cities aren't fine are a danger to our democracy. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.